What's going on, YouTube? Claic Yuzolt back again with another Final Fantasy Brave Exvius banner review, and today we're talking about the new Star Ocean character, Sophia, and then also the 7-star forms for Rena, and then my boy Fayt. Please let me get him. Let's get into it. Alright, so first up we have Fayt, and remember, I haven't been able to pull Fayt after 400,000 Lapis. I was unable to get him, so we're going to go back and try again. A lot of people wondered why I wanted Fayt, because he wasn't that great at 6-star. I just want him because I love Fayt. I love Star Ocean until the end of time. They put Sophia in here, now I need Sophia too. Let's hope his 7-star gets a bit better, and let's hope I get lucky. Guys, I'm not pulling at my normal time tomorrow. I will be pulling at 3 p.m. Eastern, okay? So whatever time that is for you, 3 p.m. Eastern is when I'm going to start pulling. After we get done pulling, we'll mess around a little bit more in FFBE, and then we're getting straight into the Resident Evil 2 remake, and we're getting into Leon's story, and we're going to play that. So anyway, let's get back into Fayt here. Fayt is a physical damage dealer. Let's look at his STMR. We've been over this before. Close, attack 38, defense 20, spirit 20, so a big attack stat. Increases attack 50% when equipped with a sword, and puts up your LB gauge by 2 per turn. Incredible STMR, especially for people out there who are going to be going to the true dual wield meta. I actually really want these for Sora, because his Keyblade's going to be a sword. So yeah, this is pretty much where I want to be, but I'm not going to force myself to try to get 4 Fayts when I couldn't even pull 1 to begin with. But a great SDMR in that case anyway. Moving on now, let's look at what he gets at 7-star. He gets Power of Destruction, use Fayt skills twice in a turn, so he's got W cast. That's going to be great. That's going to be something that's going to help him stay active until maybe he gets true dual wield. The meta kind of shifts that way. He gets a couple of upgrades there, maybe through enhancements. I've heard so much about when Alex said in the official FFBE video that there was going to be something special with true dual wield here. I do believe he just meant that we are getting the true dual wield, and he just didn't really know that other units already had it, so I'm going to cut him a break. He's newer to the game, but he's actually playing, trying to learn. So there's nothing really new with true dual wield yet. The new meta isn't here yet, but we do get W cast here to help Fayt maybe just go ahead and be built true double hand, and then if he gets the passives, and then from there, go ahead and move over to true dual wield if need be, okay? He has a new ability called Charge, 5.2 times all enemies. That's going to be an AoE trash killer that he can use. And here's his big ability, Enhanced Shotgun Blade. Physical damage 6.5 times with consecutive increases 11 times, up to 12 times max to one enemy. And that's going to be absolute mirror of equity, or AT chain, as people like to call it. If we go ahead and click on this, you can see all the people in the game that have already gotten it. This keeps growing and growing. We can see that Reagan ended up getting it with his 7-star increases. Fayt has it. Sephiroth, Sora, Aurora Fravia, A2, Pyroglacial Lastwell, Dracu Lastwell, Machina. The list will keep getting greater and greater. Also, with newer units coming out, this is going to be kind of the new, you know how Divine Ruination is everywhere. This Absolute Mirror of Equity, or AT chaining, that will become the new. As it seems. So he actually has a pretty high multiplier on it with 12 times max, and he has a good chaining family, so that's incredible. That's great. He needed that. Moving on down to Enhanced Aerial. Can't use it until turn 4. 3-turn cooldown, counting the turn it's used. Physical damage 14 times to all enemies. Big hit. Increased modifier 2 times for 3 turns to Air Raid, Blade of Fury, Charge, and Enhanced Shotgun Blast, which is going to be this. So it looks like his turn rotation, when this comes up, you're going to want to use it, because for the next 3 turns, you're going to want to have Enhanced Shotgun Blast do a lot more damage. So somewhere you're going to have to fit this in there and be able to use that. But so far, Fayt 7-star, again, he's not going to be the best in the world. He's not going to be the biggest meta breaker from what I've seen with his abilities, but he did get enough to make him be able to be useful, to be able to be used, for people to be able to actually deal damage with him and get the job done. So that's pretty cool. Moving on down to his 7-star passives, we have Increased Stamina. He must have his TMR equipped. Remember, his TMR is Farewell, which is a sword that has 135 attack, and it has the light element attached to it. So, if we are going true double hand for him, since he, you know, the true dual wield meta really isn't here yet, but a lot of units can actually get away with it, so it's okay. We are going to have light attached to her, and light isn't the biggest thing in the world right now. It's mostly fire and lightning for the most part that I see, but maybe light will make a little bit of a comeback with Fayt being around. It's all going to depend on your friend list and what you can use on your team, okay? So having his TMR equipped, we're getting attack, HP, MP 20%, increases LB damage by 30%, and increases LB gauge fill rate by 50%. All great things, but in the end, some of these things could be skippable. If you're using him specifically for his Enhanced Shotgun Blast, and his LB's kind of on the side there, you don't have to put his TMR in his hand. You could put the, you know, fire weapon or a two-handed weapon, whatever you guys want. in his hand, and just skip over this. There's nothing here that's so absolutely necessary that you can't skip it. You can definitely skip over this, but still good stats all the same if you are going to use Farwell. We have loot item, increased common and rare item drops by 50%. Just nice to have, I guess, if you're going to have them on your team. We have a lot of people that we could use for this if need be. MP 20%, and then we have increased fury, increased attack 50%, recover MP 10% per turn. Dude, after messing around with Sora, nobody compares him with MP recovery, but I do love the MP recovery being 10% instead of 5%. We do get 100% true double hand, and then we also get 40% true dual wield. So, again, you could build him either way. Currently, I think the meta is still shifting towards true double hand until the true dual wield gets the increased cap to the chaining cap. Some units will get that, along with a couple of other things changed up. I think it goes up to 200% eventually as well. You know, they change it up eventually to where True Dual Wield is going to be reign supreme. Looking on down his Limit Burst, let's look and make sure we're not overstepping our boundary by saying we don't exactly need this extra attack 20% to be good. Physical damage, it's going to be a 16 times multiplier. Decrease resist to all elements 70% for 3 turns of all enemies. It's a 36. So this is a very good LB. I mean, it does, it hits pretty hard. It'll hit even harder if you have that TMR equipped. But again, a lot of the times I find myself, this 70% is sweet. But it is base. Look, it's base 70%. So if you weren't just going to be using this for the damage, because if you are, I do believe you want this LB damage increased up here. Perhaps you just go for it with a 70% elemental imperil. All elements, 70%. That's pretty good. It used to be 60. Going up 10%, I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but it is when it comes time to be doing damage. So I like that a lot. So overall, again, Fayt, my boy Fayt is not useless. That's great. That's what I was hoping for. Fayt can actually be used. Fayt can do some damage. He's got some great chaining partners that are out there now. Fayt is going to suffer a bit as more higher end damage dealers come down. He's going to fall even farther down as he's not that high up. We can hope for enhancements to help him out. He didn't get a triple cast, but a lot of the time, I'm going to say this right now, I don't use triple cast that often. It takes up too much MP unless you're looking at the kill shot. Too much MP, you got to conserve your MP slowly, but surely win these fights anyway. So I'm not too upset about the triple cast. So Fayt overall, good damage dealer, can dish out the damage, average to above average, has a great long-lasting chaining family, and hopefully I get one this Friday. Next up, we have Rena, which I have 11 of because I couldn't get Fayt at all. Going to be a healer, and she was already a stellar healer. I just had, obviously, I have bad feelings for her. She's a great looking unit. I just had bad feelings for her because I couldn't get Fayt. But we're going to overlook that now because we have another chance at Fayt. We're going to try to move on and give her a fair assessment, all right? So the STMR is absolutely insane. It's called Shortcake. It is an accessory. Spirit 54, Spirit 10%, Well Fed is the effect it gives. Recover MP 5% per turn, increase LB gauge 2 per turn, and increase resist to all status elements by 100%. Holy shit, is this STMR bonkers, and I actually get 2 of them. If I end up pulling that random Rena again, I will have 3 of them. That's, and you know what? I can accept that, because it's that good. It's absolutely bonkers. I mean, look at the stats, look at what it gives, look at what it does. It's freaking broken, guys. That's going to be incredible to go on almost anyone out there anyway, with that MP recovery and the LB gauge fill rate, but more so over on maybe a, a healer, somebody that wants a lot of spirit, like maybe a magic cover tank. They'll benefit for it more, but this Shortcake can be thrown on anybody. Multi-use, very, very strong STMR. Get as many of them as you can get your hands on. It's fucking disgusting. Moving on down, we can see that, we did get a lot of abilities with Rena to help solve in some of her problems. We get Raise Dead Plus, revive all KO'd allies to 100% HP. A lot of healers have that, so it's great that she has it. Another cool thing is she did have the ability to be double casting abilities at 6-star, if you can see this Hasten Speech. We knew that before, but you can see that Raise Dead Plus is going to be included in that. So she is not going to be, most of the mages we have, the white mages we have, are stuck using an LB or using an ability where they can't dual cast it to get everybody back up to 100% and raise everybody. She's going to be able to cast this plus something else, which is absolutely incredible, okay? That is not to be looked over too much. She also gets, in Shelter Plus, mitigate damage taken 20% for 3 turns to all allies. That can also be dual casted here, right? Insane. I mean, 20%, not the highest of numbers, but the ability to be able to dual cast that along with all your other support white magey abilities, amazing, amazing. Then we get an ability called Cure All. Heal 3000 HP 12 times, split over 3 turns to all allies, refresh MP. Also can be dual cast with all the rest of these abilities. Look at that. We get an HP and MP refresh over a bunch of turns. So you throw that on. if you're not taking too heavy of hits and you're not using too much mana, that right there is going to cover you for 3 turns to come, so you can be doing other stuff. You know what I mean? You don't have to heal. You don't have to get that MP. Very, very nice. Love it to death. We do get haste. Now, is haste an ability that she... haste right here? Yeah, haste. Haste. Increase LB gauge. Fill rate 200% for 3 turns to all allies. I don't think that... I use this a lot because I go and I grab Riku's pouch and I cast Eccentric. But for this to be on a healer is absolutely insane. And it can be cast twice. It's disgusting. Now, I want to confirm because this has the SO2 after it. Just to make sure. Yeah, okay, because the ability there. You know, sometimes names can get wrong and then you could... so it also could be cast twice. So at the beginning of your turn, you'd be like, all right, well, everybody needs to be taking less damage, and everybody needs HP and MP heal for the next 3 turns. Or everybody needs HP and MP heal, and everybody needs their LB fill rate up. Incredible unit. She was already an incredible unit before. After looking at this, she's becoming even more strong. Rena is broken. Fixed Cloud, available on turn 1, 4 turn cooldown, magic damage 4 times with spirit scaling to all enemies. So again, you're putting that spirit up as a white mage user here. You're gonna be able to do a little bit of damage with this, and then inflict stop 60% for 2 turns to all enemies. Hello, Arena. Use her in the arena, just be like, stop, try to get 60% to pop off, see if you can get that to happen. That can help you out a lot. Light Cross is another ability. Light magic damage 10.4 times with spirit scaling. Look how high that multiplier is with spirit scaling to all enemies. Okay, AoE. Chaining Family, Divine Runation. You'll see this is 14. What this means is that it is going... It should... You can't dual cast this ability. It's not in there. Light Cross is not going to be up here. You're not going to find it up here. But with it hitting 14 times instead of the normal 7 times, we're hoping that it will just chain up and be able to... That is like 2 Divine Runations cast. So either a dual wield user using Divine Runation twice, or a true double hand W casting Divine Runation twice. Be able to chain up and do actual damage as your healer. So if you get all this stuff going on, you know, you get your heal going on, everybody's got some damage mitigation, everybody's feeling nice, she can actually chain up and help you build a chain and actually do damage. 10.4 times with spirit scaling, that's going to do a lot of damage, guys. It's not something to overlook. I do definitely want to test if this will actually chain 100%. If somebody in the comments can let me know, I will definitely post I'll pin that up and let everybody know for a fact. But for me, from the way I look at it, it should be able to chain with a dual wield or not. That's Gideon out there. He's mad about something. My doggy's outside. Mother's Protection. 6 turn cooldown, available on turn 1. Okay, so this is another one available on turn 1. Auto revive 80% for 3 turns to all allies. So we get an AoE auto revive whenever you want it. But after you use it, you're going to have to wait 5 turns. Increase defensive spirit 130%. For 3 turns to all allies. So not only is it putting an auto revive on, it is boosting up our defensive and spirit stats by 130%. Insane. This move is insane. Every move they gave her besides Fixed Cloud is absolutely bonkers. Incredible. Great move that you can use. I don't think you can dual cast Mother's Protection. No. But that's okay. It's still amazing. It's still bonkers. So it seems like she cleared up a lot of the things she needed help with. She has a trouble with Dispelga. She has trouble with going at the enemy and getting rid of their buffs. So you're gonna need some other way to do that when you're using Rena. But besides that, the only other thing I've seen people complain about is she doesn't have an on-demand re-raise, meaning like Fina has one she can cast and dual cast. I think that's okay. With everything else she gets, I think she's gonna live. I think you're gonna live with Rena when she's your 7-star healer, alright? 7-star passive, Time Traveler. Had to have the TMR equipped. That's going to be that awesome fist weapon. Knuckles of Hope. Big Spirit. Auto Refresh. Get you some of that mana. Great weapon to be putting on her anyway. See what she gets. Increased Spirit MP 40%. Decreased chance of being targeted 30%. Increased LB fill rate 50%. You want this one so bad, it hurts. All of the things are incredible for her. Definitely have that equipped. And her LB is bonkers as well. But we'll see that it actually increases a lot with the LB crystals you need. So that's kind of a little bit rough. Increased magic 20%, not too, dazzled by that. 2 Mother's Blessings, increase HP, MP, defense, and magic by 20%, and spirit by 50%. So you want to make sure you get up to 120 so you get that spirit 50%. Doing more damage, healing up more, just living the good life. Excuse me, guys, sorry about that. Angel's Feather is her Limit Burst. It's going to remove all breaks from your allies. It's going to increase every stat by 150%. It is going to heal everybody by a large amount and give a crap ton of MP to everybody. If this LB is what you want to be casting, it is a 40 LB cost, which is kind of rough, but if you can get this going, she can also be your buffer on your squad. As long as you have enough LB fill rate on her, some spirit, things like that. She also has the ability to buff up your defensive spirit at the beginning of the game, or I guess not game, beginning of the trial, beginning of the turn, to be able to help you prepare for the fight coming. And then if you get that LB rolling where you can do it every time it needs to be, you'll be fine. Again, she does have abilities like power up and guard, things like that to help you with the buffing. But overall, you really want to be snapping off that LB and getting it good. Now, let's look and see if you want to level that bad boy up. Looks like it starts at 120%. Yes, you want to get it up to 150%. That 30% does matter. It's something you definitely want to invest pots in if you're going to be using her. But overall, Rena was treated nice. If you guys have 2 Rena, she's going to be incredible. She's going to be incredible for a long time. Her abilities are just that good. Her ability to dual cast and cast 2 of these abilities in the same turn are incredible. The only downside I can see to Rena right now is not having Dispelga, but in the future I do believe we get a weapon that has Dispelga attached to it, so maybe you look into putting that on her, or you just have another option within your party. Very excited about Rena, and you should be too. And last but not least, we have Sophia, which I'm gonna have to get my hands on. Thanks a lot. Sophia is a magic damage dealer that's going to be the top tier magic damage dealer until a unit comes out called Ellie from Xenogears. Now, before we get into talking about Sophia, I want to talk about Ellie. It is a future unit, but it's going to be the top magic damage dealing unit in the game. But I feel like Sophia rivals, and in my mind, I want Sophia more. And it's not just because she's from Star Ocean and I've never played Xenogears, I think. Okay, I'm going to try to take my bias out of this. Ellie is an incredibly powerful mage. High modifiers once you build them up. Consecutive uses. Can she has a cooldown ability that will imperil a bunch of different elements by 100%. And then she can cast an ability 5 times in a row. Okay? She has extremely high stats. Extremely versatile mage. When it comes to, sorry, not versatile, excuse me. Non-versatile mage. She has a very big problem, and that comes with her chaining. Her chaining is very, you either have another Ellie, or you're kind of screwed. She does have a Chaos Wave chaining family she can mess around with Ellie. However, I've heard problems with getting that to work perfectly. It's just something to do with her cast. Something in those frames don't exactly match up with Chaos Wave, so it works some of the time. Sometimes it's rough, and it also is a wind element. With this Chaos Wave family, we see a lot of fire going on with Tiana. We're going to see it with Sophia and then Transtera. So overall, Ellie, can she do more damage than Sophia? More than likely, you're going to be able to do that as long as you find another Ellie. She also imperils by 100% on a lot of elements, which will help you out a lot. That's on a cooldown ability that you can use. But then it kind of starts to fall down because you have to have another Ellie on your friends list, whereas Sophia is going to have anybody that has Chaos Wave along with Claic, and then I do believe she has another chain family we'll get into later. And I don't, in my opinion, the damage isn't that much different to outweigh the versatility of Sophia when it comes to chaining families and the other things she can do, the elements she can cover, etc. And one more point before I talk about this. You guys have already seen the step up for Star Ocean, whereas Sophia, you can see what you get. Well, with Xenogears, it was the first time they introduced the whole ticket system where you can have a ticket, you get tickets from summoning, doing the step up through other means, then you can use that ticket. It's like a UOC for a limited time for the Xenogears banner, and you could pick Ellie if you'd want. So it could be easier to get Ellie. Ellie should be doing a lot more damage, or a certain amount more damage in that case. But overall, I'm going with Sophia. So that's all I'm going to say. In the terms of top tier magic users, we're here with Sophia doing a shit ton of damage, and then Ellie will raise the bar a little bit more, and then Ellie will stay on top for a long time to come. So Sophia by no means Sophia's a great mage. If you're looking for a great mage, go for Sophia. Done. Ellie, Sophia, I'm done for now, okay? Moving on, let's look at the TMR on Sophia because she is a new unit. She is going to be, like I said, a mage. We have Crescent Rod. Attack 28, Magic 135, effect connection symbol, only for Sophia, though. Recover MP 5%, increase counter chance by 100%. So that MP is going to be incredible. It is a, the magic on it isn't STMR level, but it is a TMR. It is a TMR level, very high TMR level, which is great. And we're going to want that on her for her TMR ability. So we're going to be doing that. I also think Sophia is going to be built single wielding. So Crescent Rod is going to be your go-to weapon when it comes to Sophia. Her STMR is Sophia's Hairpin, which is absolutely bonkers. Magic 60, Spirit 60. These are high stats on an accessory. Fire resist 30%, and then if you use it on Sophia, increase MP 20%, and magic 50%. She's getting so much from this hairpin. Not only is she getting the magic 60% she's going to need for her true double hand magic build, which is going to help her with the stats, she also gets magic 50% thrown in there. If you're going to go for an STMR and you're going to be using Sophia, which I think she's going to be one of the best mages in the game for a long time, This STMR is fucking disgusting. Very, 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 very good. And it's good on anybody else. You just sadly don't get the 50% magic. I mean, the magic plus 60 is enough. Moving on down, let's go ahead and look at the abilities she gets. When it comes to 6-star, I don't think she's that great. If we look over what she can do at 6-star, we can go over all these if we want to. We have some decreasing, different imperiling, different elements. You can see fire, ice, lightning, earth. And then she gets freeze chain, which is slowly becoming more and more people can use it. But then that's pretty much it, right? She doesn't really get a bigger chaining family, a nicer chaining family. So I think at 6-star, she's really not the best. But when she boots into 7-star, she becomes super great. Like the roller coaster goes all the way up to the top at 7-star. And at 6-star, she's kind of like just, I'm not saying she's non-usable, but she's not going to be as strong as your other mages for sure. You can see she gets quick symbol, use Sophia's offensive skills, except Southern Cross, twice in a turn. So at 6-star, she can dual cast, but again, not the greatest chaining family, is going to be tough to use. If you look at her 7-star, she immediately unlocks at 101 the ability to triple cast all those abilities, which is insane. That's on all the time. As long as you have her TMR equipped, which we're going to again with her build, because we want that triple cast. Insanity, very, 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 very strong. She gets an ability here that will HP and MP drain all enemies, so that's a way for maybe her to get MP back if she needs to. That's already in her kit. She gets an ability called Stone Rain. That's going to be Quake chaining, which is going to help you guys with Tiana if you'd like to chain with Tiana, and abilities of units to come. She does have that chaining family. I don't think it's the easiest one to chain in the world, but it's there if we need be. It goes all the way up to an 11.5 times max multiplier. You have to do it 5 times, but again, if we're triple casting every turn, the second turn, it's going to be max built out, okay? Moving on down, we have Convert Damage, available in turn 4. 4-turn cooldown, 3-turn cooldown if... think about it when it's actually used. I know I keep saying that, but I want to make sure people understand. HP damage, 50% to caster, so you're doing half your health. You're recovering 350 MP to yourself, so you're pretty much giving your MP all the way back up, and you're increasing your magic by 200% for 3 turns to caster. So maybe you're triple casting, you're running into mana per trouble. Take a turn off, do half your health and damage, have your healer heal that back up, buff yourself by 200% in magic, and give all your MP back so you can go back to town. This is an amazing ability to have. Again, we can't use this until turn 4, but by turn 4, that gives you the ability to maybe triple cast all your MP away and gain it all back with this ability here. And then you have to wait 3 more turns after that to be able to use it. So we have Southern Cross here. This is the ability that cannot be twice cast or triple cast. It is decrease fire and dark resist by 75% for 3 turns. That's a high-ass one. And then fire and magic damage 6 times to 1 enemy. So an okay fire and dark magic multiplier there, but decreasing fire and dark resist by 75%. Fire is very, very, very common as it comes to chainers right now, especially with Emperor Shara coming around. I know a lot of people are going to be wanting to mess around with fire. So on turn 1, if you would like to cast this, do that fire in peril before you start fire chaining or dark chaining. That's something you can look into as well. Unless it's on like a chainer friend, then you can just have them use that. We have Ifrit and Ravenous Fiend as our 2 main chaining abilities that she will have. They're both going to do pretty much the same thing, just one's going to do fire, one's going to do dark. We have a 4 times with consecutive increase 5 times, all the way up to, get this, a 14 times max multiplier to all enemies. This is AoE. You can choose either dark or fire, and it is Chaos Wave family. So if we go ahead and click on the Chaos Wave family, so I can show you, and you guys can do this on your own. We have Terra, we have Trance Terra, Grimlord Sakura, Beryl, Tiana, and now Sophia. A lot of great mages, top tier mages when it comes to global out there, have these chaining frames and are going to be able to help you out. Actually, if we go back and look at this, you can see that Tiana also has fire. Grimlord Sakura has fire and dark, which will, you know, elemental chain with either one. Trance Terra also has Chaos Dark and Chaos Flare, which will also help you as well when it comes to chaining. So, if we look at Sophia, like I said, she's going to be dealing out a shit ton of damage. 14 times multiplier is nothing to bat an eye at. You're going to be able to imperil by 75% if you have nobody else on your team to be able to do it. And you have a lot of people out there, mages that people are using, or maybe you already have, to be able to chain with. Sophia's a damn good mage. She's going to be the best mage in global until, again, Ellie comes out, and then Ellie will take that spot for some people. But for me, I still think I'd rather have Sophia personally. And maybe, I just want to warn you, that maybe because I'm Star Ocean biased, but I more so over, I've always looked at units, their usefulness when it comes to the friend list, who they can chain with, and who I think will be available for me, and how many units I think will be available for me. And I think Chaos Wave is going to be a much more popular chaining family as we go on. It seems like Global likes it anyway. So that's why I'm really rating Sophia over her. You can miss out on a little bit of damage to make sure you can actually use your unit a lot, you know? 10 man's the same thing. Moving on down, let's go ahead and take a look at all of her passives. She has increased spirit 20%, increased magic 30%, increased HP and MP 20%, auto cast heartfelt healing every turn. So heartfelt healing says restore HP and MP 5% to caster. Dude, she has so much MP recovery to help with that triple cast, it's insane. Increase LB gauge 2 per turn? Damn! I love it! Alright, chance to counter physical attacks, 50% Lucky Star. Excuse me, and magic attacks, Lucky Star. Looking down at Lucky Star, increase LB gauge 2 to caster, so if she gets hit and she pops that off, there you go, putting up her LB even more. Increase resist to sleep and paralyze 100%, nice. So we're still missing out on Petrify and Confuse. Make sure you get the covered. Autocast Symbol of Faith at the start of battle, Symbol of Faith. Increase resist to stop. So that's good. She's going to be stop resist as well. She's just missing a couple, which, hey, maybe we give her a little bit of a cupcake. Who knows? Or shortcake, whatever the hell that Rena STMR is. She's just going to need some way to stop from being confused and petrified, all right? Because you never want that to happen. Increase MP 20% and magic 30%. Increase HP and spirit 30% when equipped with a robe. We're probably putting a robe on her anyway. We want to have her as high of base magic stats as we can because we are building her TDH. Increase magic and spirit 50% when equipped with a rod. Increase equipment magic 30% when single wielding any weapon. And this is what I'm talking about. We're going to be single wielding her TMR. That's going to give her the most magic, the most damage, and the most bang for your buck. Increase MP 20% and magic and spirit 30%. Increase HP 20%. Increase magic 30% and MP 20%. A lot of increases, guys. A lot of stat, but that's normal with every unit. Increase equipment magic 30% and actually when single wielding. So we have 60% innate. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. My cough was coming up, so I need to get rid of that. So she has 60% innate true double hand magic, and we do have other ways of giving her more. So again, that's what we're going to be building her as. Crush, Deep Freeze, Thunder Flare, and Fireball are also going to get some multiplier increases just in case you want to use those. But I think you're going with the two abilities down here, Ifrit or Ravenous Fiend, and then you also can sometimes go to Stone Rain if need be. I think those are the abilities you're going to be using more often than not. Scrolling on down, let's look at this badass LB. Magic damage 12.9 times with ignore defense 50%. That's a big daddy. That's a big one. That's a lot of damage. 5 times hit AoE, decrease fire resist 100%. So there you go. There's your fire resist down. I would suggest if you're going to be using her to put her LB up, simply because it does go up by 2.9, and then you also have to double that with a 50%. So it's almost a 6 times multiplier increase if you do increase her LB. So I do believe you want to put some points into it. I know I've talked a lot. I'm sorry, guys. I probably am not. You probably hear me wheezing. My flu isn't all the way gone. I got to get rid of this thing. We got Resident Evil 2. We got Fate pulls tomorrow. We got Resident Evil 2. We got Kingdom Hearts coming out. I got to rest. It's going to be my video, and I'm going to have to take a rest here. But Sophia's amazing. If you're looking for a magic damage dealer, you want somebody cool, you love Star Ocean, go for Sophia. Those step-ups are pretty good. They're not incredible, and I think Ellie's will be better and easier to get. And will do more damage overall, so be aware of that. But overall, I really like Sophia. She's going to be a top-tier mage. I got to get her. All right, guys, so overall, I think the Star Ocean limited time step-up is a lot better than people are getting it credit for. I think Sophia's going to top-tier mage for you guys for a long time to come. Ellie will surpass her. There may be new global exclusive mages in the future, some JP units to come out that will surpass her, but she'll be very good for you for a very long time. I'm telling you guys, Sophia's a great unit. Rena, very good 7-star healer support unit. Going to be very good for you guys for a long time to come. So I think you have 2 long-lasting units you guys can go for on this. And then you have Fate, who is a mid-tier physical damage dealer. They're a dime a dozen, but you still have your chance of getting somebody. So maybe you just go on the Rena and Sophia step up if you have the time, if you love Star Ocean, and you're interested in those units. Remember, guys, I'm pulling tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, and after that, we're playing Resident Evil 2 Leon. I gotta play the new remake. It's gonna be incredible. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below which unit you're pulling for and if you're doing the step up or not. Ellie versus Sophia, which one do you guys like more? And then subscribe for future content. We'll catch you guys in the next video.